What's up guys, it's Neil from Talk and Review, and today we're going to do a little gaming review for you guys. So we're going to do Fortnite Battle Royale mode. So once you've picked your game modes and you're happy with how you want to go ahead, that's when you go into the game itself. So you'll find yourself a game. First part of the game you'll start off on a little mini island, which is like a pre-lobby sort of thing for the main game. So on the island you'll get like all the weapons on the game sort of dotted around everywhere. There's like a little obstacle course just so you can sort of play around with the controls and stuff like that. You can shoot the other players, but it doesn't do any damage because it's sort of like it's pre-game. Once that bit's done, then it will tell you that the battle bus is ready. You'll all get on the battle bus. From there, then the battle bus will fly over the island, so you can see sort of all the island from there. And once you've picked yourself a nice little landing spot, you then dive out of the battle bus and go and land in the area that you want to land in. And another thing about this game is that it's completely and utterly free. You can go into this game and you can just play it completely for free. Now, there are premium parts of the game that you can pay extra for, but they're the only things that you do get from that is sort of cosmetic. So there's no sort of tactical, you don't get any advantage for buying the battle pass. But the battle pass does give you more challenges to complete. So if you're a completionist, and you like getting those challenges in, and there are little Easter eggs that are sort of laid around the map as well that you can get, which tie in with these challenges. If that's something for you, then yeah, go ahead. I mean, I'd say it was worth it because it's giving you extra things to do within the game, and it does potentially add a shelf life in the game. But it is worth noting that that does not give you any sort of in-game advantage. It is purely cosmetic, the things that you do get in that. So as you guys are aware, there's the Battle Royale type formula game is quite popular at the minute. So there are a few titles available with this type of premise. The thing that sets Fortnite apart is, well, it's a couple of things really, but the first thing I want to really talk about is the building element of it. This part is something that I'd really struggled with. I'm usually, I'm the sort of person who's been playing games like Quake growing up, Call of Duty, even GoldenEye, stuff like that. So I'm like an out-and-out shooter. So to have the sort of the building element sort of come into it as well, it was a bit of a steep learning curve for me, and it might be the same for players of my age. So I'm like 35 years old, so I'm not like a young gamer. But it took me a while to get my head around, but it does add like an extra tactical element to the game. So for example, you could be sat out in the middle of nowhere with a sniper rifle and you could see someone sort of walking around on their own, and you just think yes. So you line your shot up with a sniper rifle, you don't get headshot the first time, so they know that you're about. Before you even line up the second shot, they've got a full-on fort built around them and they're shooting you back and you're dead. That's the sort of thing that makes the game quite interesting, because things can just turn on its head like straight away. You think you've got the drop on someone, they can build like an instant fort around you and that's it, you're dead, and vice versa. Someone could have the drop on you, you could do the same. So there are three different game types to play when you're playing the Battle Royale mode. You've got solos, which is basically you versus everybody else. It's you and 100 people. Then you've got duos, where you can team up with a buddy, or you can let the matchmaking pick some randomer for you. Or again, then you've got squad modes, where you'll have a squad of 4 people. There'll still be 100 people on the map, but you'll just be divided into squads of 4. Again, you can either go in with friends, or you can let the matchmaking system pair you up with 3 other people and take on the world from there. So everybody starts the game with literally just a pickaxe. So the first sort of 5 minutes of the game are usually just the most important, because you've got to ensure that you get as much loot as possible. You need to sort of put yourself in good standing for the rest of the game, which I think is really good. Like, it adds to the excitement. So you're landing, you land with no gun, but then sometimes you can see someone else that's sort of landed near you and they've got a gun, and then you've got to hide and run and try and get a gun before they do, which adds to the excitement of the game, which I think is really good. Overall, I'd give this one a 7 out of 10. Like I said, it's a free game, so don't expect sort of the AAA quality from it, but for what it is, it's a really fun game. What I suggest when you first start playing though, is if you know anybody that plays the game already, jumping on squads with them. Because as I mentioned earlier, there is quite a steep learning curve with the building element of the game, and if you've got an experienced player with you to sort of teach you ropes, it's going to make those first 10-15 games a lot easier for you and a bit more enjoyable. But yeah, like I say, I'll give this one a 7 out of 10. No reason why you shouldn't pick it up. Nice one. So for more gaming reviews weekly, just drop us a subscribe. Any suggestions or anything we could review in future, pop it in the comments. I'll do my best to have a little play and do a little review and tell you what I think.